This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. The righteous is the elect that's been out there in the highways and hedges putting their bodies as a living sacrifice, doing it week in and week out, in season and out of season. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Who is the they? The enemies of the righteous, the wicked. All right, Esau, Edom, 2/3 of our people, the other nations. When they see it, they shall be troubled. All right, and here's the patience of the saints. Right, that we see the dangers of following this world. We see the wickedness that this devil is doing. And therefore, the scriptures say, we arose and departed, knowing that this is not our rest. Right? But we understand that the rest were blinded until their destruction came upon them. And I was alluding to the book of Isaiah 6, verse 6, which all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And there's no God beside them. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of GMS for being faithful witnesses to the Holy Spirit. Salutations to the elect, whom the Lord have given ears to hear. Isaiah 6 and 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. See ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. Then answer I, Lord, how long? And he said, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. Right? So the Lord makes the hearts of peoples fat, so ultimately he can destroy them. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 20. Again, no, that's a good one, but I actually want to get this one. Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 9. And if the prophet be deceived when he hath spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet. So the deceived, according to Job 12, and I believe it's like 16, the deceived and the deceiver are his. And I will stretch out my hand upon him, and I will destroy him from the midst of my people. So lock in 1 second, Akim. Right? So the deceived will get destroyed. Back at Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Now, I was looking at the peoplesvoice.tv, and we just gonna scroll through some of these articles, right? Which we are in, what's today? May, is the 18th, right? May 19th, 2025. Now, we all know the situation that happened in 2020 and how when it all started, you know, we were looked at as the evil ones, the conspiracy theorists, the conspiracy nuts, you know, for essentially believing in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, believing in his words, all right, how we should never trust his devil, never trust our enemy, right? As a matter of fact, the scriptures tell us. And this is the closest thing we have in our lifetime to You know, a real let's say a real event that's really off in people. But it says in Sirach 12 and 12, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he shall stand in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. You know? Hey, we know at the end of the day, that prick is going to lead to a bath of fire. But it says a mark, wow, a mark or shallow hole made by a pointed instrument. You know, the Lord always giving us clues, you know, to this final, you know, this final judgment, the MOTB. All right, but even prior to, just appear slightly with the sharp point. All right, and that's going to be to your destruction. To ride, guide, or urge on with, as with spurs to go, to mark, distinguish, or note by means of a small mark. You know? So at the end of the day, you're going to be pricked, and physically to be cut into, spiritually to be destroyed. Physically to be cut into, spiritually to be destroyed when following this man all the time. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten by a serpent? All right. You want to play like they say, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. It was a stupid game because the prophet's been telling you not to trust your enemy. The prophet's been telling you who you are and who your enemy is. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For while he will abide with thee, for a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips in the beginning. All right, giving you all types of incentives and massaging, you know, death within you, basically. All right, breaking you down to where it looked like something was wrong with you. You know, even on camera. You know, that's most likely was some BS, but even on camera, you know, who was it? The president at the time, Biden, you know, took it, supposedly. You know, talking about the juicy juice. So that's him speaking sweetly with his lips. See, the president took it, he's fine. But in his heart, he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. All right? And now, these people are in the pit of DEATH. So, I said, I mean, I can't read it. You know how YouTube is. But you see, I mean, we'll be here all day reading the various articles, you know, that 2020 situation led to. So I'll let you read it for yourself. All right? And the common conclusion as we read is that this man is the devil and that he never had your best interests at heart. So now before I go, Let's do some real quick. What's my news break at? Wow. Look, this is 18 hours ago. You see that top post? Just look at other buzzwords. All right. So the fire rises as 5 years later, and these various, outbreaks is happening. When you know what to do. All right. And hey, we're not medical professionals. You have issues, call your doctor. All right. However, being spiritually sound, you know what to do. So if that, let me grab this one. Actually, 1 Peter 5:8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." Shalom.